$300 a month. That's what I was spending on stuff I literally did not notice. Not luxuries I chose, not treats I enjoyed. Autopilot, defaults. The "it's only $10" charges that somehow multiplied when I wasn't looking. Today I'm showing you every category I completely eliminated. We're talking delivery apps, streaming stacking, grocery habits, forgotten subscriptions, all of it. What I do instead, and why I don't miss any of it. And at the end, I'll add up every number so you can see exactly how the 300 breaks down. No vague, it adds up advice. Actual math. When I had about $14,000 in credit card debt, I still told myself food delivery was self-care. Like, I worked all day, I deserve it. And then I'd be stressed about money, while literally paying extra to be stressed about money. Amazing system. 10 out of 10, do not recommend. Here's why delivery hits so hard. On average, it's about 80% more expensive than getting the exact same meal yourself. Because it's not just the food, it's the markup, the fees, the tip, all the little whatever charges that somehow add up to, wait, what? Reality check. Your $18 meal is not $18. It's $28 to $35. Do that 3 or 4 times in a month and you just lit $100 to $150 on fire. My favorite example is Chipotle. Bowl, chips, drink. In-store for me, it was $19.62. Delivered? $28 to $35 before tip. That's a 44 to 77% upcharge for someone to hand it to you slightly lukewarm. And promo codes are a trap. They don't lower your spending, they increase your frequency. 75% of people impulse ordered last month because discount. My zero strategy is simple. Delete the apps. Not for emergencies, just delete. Default is pick up or cook, and if I do takeout, I order directly from the restaurant. For the 7 p.m. panic, I keep 2 or 3 rescue meals, frozen dinner plus a bagged salad, pasta and sauce, or breakfast for dinner. I don't miss delivery. Less food regret, less trash, and I'm the one deciding, not an algorithm. Streaming is the sneakiest kind of spending because you chose it on purpose, and then you stop noticing it. It's just $9.99, and just $14.99, and just for this one show, and suddenly you've built yourself a little cable bill with better fonts. The average household has about 4 streaming services and pays around $69 a month. And the wild part is, adding 2 or 3 extra services, $10 to $18 each, doesn't make your nights better. It just gives you more stuff to scroll past. Patrick and I had a streaming night last week. We scrolled for 25 minutes and then watched an old DVD we already owned. That's who we are now. Also, 36% of people are paying for at least one streaming service they haven't used in 6 months. And I believe it because prices creep up quietly until you're like, wait, why is this $19.99? My system is rotation, not ownership. One service at a time, 1 or 2 months, binge what you want, cancel, move on. And here's the trick that actually works. The second you sign up, cancel it immediately. You still get the full month, but you don't forget. And if you want entertainment without less, library streaming is real. Canopy, Hoopla, Libby. Canopy alone has like 30,000 movies, free with a library card. My rule is simple. If you're not actively watching it, cancel. Period. Next supermarket autopilot, pre-cut produce. This one feels healthy and responsible, and then your receipt is like, cute story. Pre-cut is often about 40% more expensive because you're not buying food anymore. You're buying 5 minutes of someone else's time and a plastic box. And the most unhinged example? Onions. In my store, pre-chopped onions were $4.65 a pound. Whole onions were 99 cents. That's a 392% upcharge to avoid crying for 30 seconds. I've paid it, repeatedly, with confidence. Then there's the extra kick. Pre-cut goes bad faster. So that I'm going to be a salad person purchase turns into food waste. The average household throws away about $728 a year in food. That's not a self-control issue, that's a timing issue. What I do now is boring, which is why it works. Once a week, 10 minutes. Wash, chop, toss into containers. And when I want convenience, I buy frozen fruit and veggies. Same idea, without the markup and the guilt. Mini goal. Don't DIY your whole life. Just replace the top 2 pre-cut things you always buy. And I'm curious, what's your pre-cut guilty pleasure? Mine was cubed butternut squash for years because I did not want that fight. Tell me in the comments, I swear we all have one. This swap is a realistic $35 a month for most people, without eating like a rabbit. This one is the sneakiest because it doesn't feel like spending. It feels like I'm just buying groceries. But with a lot of basics, you're not paying for better food. You're paying for the picture on the box. My mom taught me this as a teenager. She'd grab the cheaper option and go, "Mija, you're paying for the image on the package, not what's in it." And she was right way more often than teenage me wanted to admit. Store brands are usually 25 to 40% cheaper, and sometimes it's literally the same stuff. Costco Kirkland batteries, made by Duracell. Kirkland coffee, roasted by Starbucks. Same quality, different label, less money. My rule isn't buy everything generic, it's every item has to prove itself. Store brand is the default for pantry basics: beans, pasta, rice, frozen veggies, standard snacks. Name brand only stays for a few make-or-break things that are actually better, not just familiar. That switch alone is about $55 a month for me without eating sad groceries. If this is helping and it doesn't feel like a deprivation lecture, hit like and subscribe. I post like this every week. Real numbers, no nonsense. Deal? Cleaning products was one of my sneakiest money leaks because it didn't feel like spending. It felt like being a responsible adult. And marketing is really good at convincing you that you need a different bottle for every surface you own. So you end up with 10 half-used sprays, and somehow you're still buying more. Most people have like 3 to 4 times more cleaning products than they actually need. I cleaned out my hall closet last month and found 3 opened glass cleaners. 3. One of them was from before Patrick and I even moved in together. Like, why was I loyal to glass cleaner like it was a personality trait? My zero strategy is boring on purpose. Dish soap, 1 all-purpose cleaner, and microfiber cloths. That's it. 1 or 2 true specialty things if you actually need them, not because the label yelled stainless steel at you. And the rule that fixes the overbuying: you don't replace it until that category is actually empty. Not kinda low, empty. It saves about $20 to $30 a month, but honestly, the bigger win is less clutter, faster cleaning, and zero decision fatigue. Streaming was stuff I knew I was paying for. I just kept telling myself, it's only $10. These are worse. The charges I straight up forgot existed. And it's not just you. About 42% of people have completely forgotten at least one subscription while it keeps billing. Americans waste something like $127 to $205 a year on subscriptions they don't even use. That's not a latte, that's your car registration. This bucket is everything from app subscriptions and extra iCloud storage, to free trials that quietly rolled into paid, to car wash memberships, delivery programs, premium accounts, all the little things that feel too small to notice. Here's the audit without spreadsheet vibes. Pull the last 12 months of your bank or credit card statements. 12. That's how you catch the quarterly and annual stuff. Then search for repeating dates, weird merchant names like AMZ Digital or Apple SV Odd, and those classic numbers, $9.99, $14.99. My rule is simple. If you haven't used it in 30 days, it goes. Cancel it today, and if you're scared you'll need it later, set a reminder. This one is usually $30 to $40 a month of found money. All right, here's the math, because I hate vague, it adds up advice. Delivery apps, $120 a month. Streaming stacking, $40. Pre-cut produce, $35. Store brand switches, $55. Cleaning stuff you already own 3 of, 25. Forgotten convenience subscriptions, 25. That's $300 a month on stuff that mostly happens on autopilot. And this is not the latte factor. I'm not telling you to stop living your life. I'm saying stop paying extra because you weren't paying attention. Different problem, different fix. $300 a month is $3,600 a year. That's an emergency fund that actually exists. That's a couple big bills you can pay without that tight chest feeling. That's debt going away fast enough that you notice it. And if you invested $300 a month for 10 years at around 7%, you're looking at about $43,000. That's not saving, that's buying options. Last year, Coco needed a dental surgery, and I didn't hesitate. That's what this money is for. So pick one category. Just one. Set it to 0 this week. Don't optimize, just break the autopilot.